1.
There we go. Now we got it going.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to Facebook. Oh boy. That was a lot of them.
Now there's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles everywhere.
Shoot. Well,
we don't have any intro music, do we?
Do we have a clue for why I have? First of all, thank you, Olivia.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this
Friday Facebook Live.
Hopefully you can see us. I'm trying to see if it's up yet on Facebook, but it says we're live here. It should be.
Is
it be recording us, but yeah, we're just some shenanigans while we're waiting to verify everything. Yeah.
Hey, and
look, you already posted it, preparing for the Facebook Live with the bubbles.
And that's pretty funny that you said has the bubble burst, because I didn't even think about that. Were you doing that on purpose because I had the bubbles?
No,
oh my gosh, what a great!
Yeah.
Oh wow, we were really in. What would you say, symmetry here, and didn't even realize it.
We were in sync. Didn't even realize it. I can't tell if we're live. Sorry guys, my Facebook feed is not.
It doesn't like you today.
It does not like my technology. Hasn't liked me less.
Well, it actually is on you and not the Ott Group. So
it should still notify me.
Well,
yeah. See, you've already got one like on that video over there. That's hilarious.
So we need to see. Yes, is it working? Yes, there it is.
Now you can see us. Okay, great. Sorry, I have to look over my camera here and around it to see. We got a big screen up there. Hi. Instead of an intro video, you have
March.
us goofing off. Don't say that.
Come on, man. It's March.
2 months already gone by.
I know, it's crazy.
Too much. It's too fast. Well, okay, yeah, it's March.
So
where were we?
Oh, so we were in Anaheim.
Yeah.
For the Keller Williams family reunion or convention. And of course, we always get a lot of great information from Gary Keller and team.
Yep.
Related to the market, and a lot of questions that we get asked by people, clients, or just people we know.
Yep.
Has the bubble burst?
Yeah, no pun intended on all the bubbles.
I know, it just kind of happened.
That was not planned.
It just worked that way.
We can be that cheesy, but we're not usually that cheesy.
We just kind of came together.
It worked. Well, and this is the one time we're going to give you national numbers.
Right.
The stuff that we get from family reunion covers national, in some cases global. They cover Canada as well. So what we're about to show you isn't Austin specific. Got the bubble. Isn't Austin specific, but it is the national numbers. It's a great little overview of things to show you what's going on nationally in the market. And there's local numbers that we've reviewed with you guys before that we're going to continue to report, but this kind of gives you an idea of the trajectory of real estate nationally and how Austin might respond, or as we update you more, what the differences are in Austin versus the national numbers. So we're going to try and keep this short. We both, at least I think I'm more of a talker.
Well, and as we say often, numbers are hyper local.
Real estate's hyper local.
Yes, because we are seeing. Thank you, real estate, not numbers.
That's okay.
We're seeing places get homes, listings get multiple offers now.
Yes,
and
that's right. Depending upon neighborhood, depending upon price point,
but
this happened back in the 2008 to 2011 market. There were neighborhoods that continued to stay hot, depending upon schools, location. So there will still be pockets where your home's going to sell in less than a month.
All right.
It's just not going to sell in 24 hours.
Exactly.
We're not going to go into contract in 24 hours.
Right. All right. You ready to get to those numbers?
Yeah. I'm sure everybody else is really excited about us talking about numbers too, especially on Facebook. They want to be entertained.
Okay. Hold on. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Just keep blowing the bubbles. There you go. Hopefully everybody can see this. This is what we call vision, or what Keller Williams calls Vision 2023.
Vision speech.
These are the slides that we're going to go through with the national numbers, just trying to make sure that you guys can actually see it on Facebook. So I want to give it a second for it to update. But
yeah, there
we go. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Looks like you can see them well. Okay, yes. Great. Yep. So Vision 2023. Yes,
good job, Chris.
Yes, it worked. Great. Okay.
Home sales. So
both of us are like,
Well, what I was saying the other day when we were discussing this is the two turquoise blue
Lines.
sections.
Yeah.
You can see the first section was 02 through 06, just before the housing bubble actually did burst.
Yes.
And that was related to people getting a lot of credit to buy homes and some people possibly not really being able to afford those homes.
But that was, if you look prior to that, that was a legislation that was passed in the mid to late 90s. We know that when people own homes, home ownership is a way to anchor people.
Yep.
It gives them a sense of community.
Right.
And legislatively, they started passing regulations, or I don't know if you call it loosening regulations that allowed for almost everybody to get a loan. It was easy. You check your pulse. Okay, here's $400,000, right? So, but that took several years for it to really get through.
Right.
And those loans started taking off in the early 2000s, right? And everybody was buying a home, even people that technically could not afford it. So there was some credit.
Well, they maybe could afford it, but maybe not in the price range that they got it.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. Right. I mean, they could have afforded a $200,000 home, but they were buying a $400,000.
Right.
Or you had people that were buying a $200,000 home and then getting another loan to buy an investment property. It was just free money, basically. Everybody gets a home.
Right.
Everybody gets an investment property, which is just isn't possible. What's that?
The Oprah effect.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. And then
she said that, not me.
I know. Sorry.
She said that, not me.
And then of course we have what happened after that, where it kind of crashed a little bit.
Yep.
And then we get to closer to where we are today, and you can see the increase again.
Yes.
Now, talk about the difference between what happened back then and what's happening today.
I think we'll get there in a later slide. It's just kind of interesting to graphically see how crazy the market seemed over the last few years and look at it compared to the last, market shift, if you will.
And it wasn't quite as crazy.
Right.
Right.
Now this is monthly, it's seasonally adjusted. It's like months of inventory, I believe. The sales rate, and that's sales rate in millions, the amount of homes sold. So from 2020 through the end of 2022, you can see the drop in the amount of homes and millions. You had January 2022, 6.5 million homes, and it just slowly trickled down.
And this was largely affected by the rise in interest rates.
Absolutely. I mean, look at March to May, and then May to July, it starts to drop off the face of the earth,
which was needed.
Yeah, so we needed to adjust a little bit. Yep.
This one.
Yeah, you do it.
Well,
pinch poke, you owe me a Coke. Yeah.
Well, first of all, you have the trend line, which shows that that's the goal, to constantly have that trend line going up. And if you notice before 07, 08, when things really started tanking, it was above the trend by 21%.
Yes.
Whereas currently we're only above the trend by 12%.
Roughly, yeah.
Which is a sign possibly of stability.
Yes.
And that if you backtrack a little bit from 2022 to 2023, yes, we were above 12%. So we're really just correcting to the trend line.
Yeah.
So if we hit that mark at 357, then we're on trend.
And again, nationally.
Nationally.
Right? What I love about this one is that I've been telling people that the trend, or what we expected to happen over the last 5 years, got truncated into 3 years.
Right.
So now we're going to have to start leveling out again.
Right.
And you can see that wave back in the early 2000s as well. This thing started shifting in 07, 08.
Right.
And it's kind of like, they got truncated and then had to level out again.
Right.
How much leveling out are we going to have to do is the question. Nobody has a crystal ball. But the idea is, or what most of the analysts are saying, the professional analysts are saying, it's going to take us about a year or two. And we're kind of already in year 1 of 2.
Right.
So we're expecting that we'll hit back to the trend line in 2025, right? But yes, we're not as far off as we were in the last other bubble burst, or other real estate bubble, if you will. Love this appreciation one too. 06 to 11, there was, negative 4 something. Now, and okay, here's the other thing that always comes up: appreciation,
Yep.
affordability factor. Yes, in Austin, appreciation may not look exactly like national. I think it's going to look similar.
Mhm.
Affordability. Yes, Austin has bumped up and it's become a little bit more expensive to live in Austin. I understand that, but understand how it looks in the grand scheme of things, and appreciation over time nationally. You can see that we tend to trend, and appreciation, if you average it out, is 4 to 6% year over year, which is what we're talking
Right.
about.
And
You go
the
back up here, that's the trend line,
mhm,
right?
mhm. So owning a home, buying a home is a
Yeah.
good investment. You have to ride through some of the storms, but it's like I've
Right.
often said to clients is if you're going to buy, you want to keep it for 5 to 7 years at least.
Correct. That's what we're
Right.
really talking about here
Yeah.
is, well, should I sell my home? Do you have to? Are you relocating? Are you moving out of town and your job somewhere else? Okay, just be prepared for the fact that you may have lost some equity. There may be some negative appreciation, if you will, or you may just break even depending upon where you're selling, right?
Yeah.
But those people that bought
Or when you bought.
3, 4, even 5 years ago,
Mhm.
this is why we always are saying buy or own real estate, because over time, look at that trend line, look at that appreciation,
Right.
right?
Yep.
Right. Let's see. Home. That's what we're talking about. Home prices. Next one.
Inventory. This is a big one that is still being discussed,
Yeah.
that builders were 10 years behind
Mm-hmm.
and they still haven't completely caught up. So
Yeah.
inventory wise, it's still below the number of people who want to buy,
Yeah.
correct? I
Yes.
mean, we're still
I mean,
behind.
that's
Yeah.
the builder inventory is behind. New construction is behind. Uh, and eventually that's going to catch up to us. That is what caught up to us during the COVID years.
Right.
There was a large chunk of the market that disappeared quickly because builders had to pull out of the market for
Mhm.
COVID reasons. And then we already knew that they were going to have problems with construction materials in 2020.
Right.
They were going to get more expensive. So builders were already going to pull back some in
Right.
2020.
Right.
It just got exasperated.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So it's all these things balancing out to
pretty
return to
much.
the trend line. and
Right.
and there's the mortgage rates, which I just am always shocked about, the 77 to 82 to 87, those big old peaks up there.
Yeah.
16.63%.
Yeah.
And as you can see, the green line is the historical average.
Mm-hmm.
5.97 have, yes, if they stay around that number, it's pretty average.
Yep.
We, as Gary Keller and team were saying, we will likely not see 3% in our lifetime. So
Again,
if we
yeah.
can adjust to that.
Well, look at how long it took to get there.
Yeah.
72 to 2012.
Yeah.
That took a little while.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
I mean, if this could go back even further, how long did it take to actually get down into the 30s? I mean,
Right.
decades.
Right.
Will we get back there again in our lifetime? Likely not.
So
Likely not.
as we know, there are ways to work on paying that down.
Yeah.
And yeah, reach out to us for that.
Affordability.
Mhm.
This is a percentage of income, if I'm not mistaken. 36% back in the 80s, 24% in 2022. The trend line's about 20%.
Mhm.
Basically, for the last decade or so, this is what we were trying to tell people. Even in market peaks, I'm going to wait for the market to slow down.
Yep.
It was so cheap to buy a home. It was such a small portion of your income.
Yep.
Why not do it?
So you can see on the 2022, it was at 24, where the long-term average is 20.3. So we would like to see that go down a little bit if possible. But
Yep.
Sure.
Yep. Now, I mean, talk about GDP, gross domestic product, unemployment rates. I mean, things are bouncing around. This is what people are talking about right now. This kind of the unknowns. What does it actually look like? Oh, well, yeah, unemployment rates came right back down because people have been going back to work.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, people have been going back to work for 2 jobs instead of 1. There's all these all these things.
There's
back
a lot
and
more
forth.
to the numbers than just what you see on the screen.
Correct.
So right.
Correct.
Right.
So you never know. Hopefully the charts are changing and you guys can see that.
Oh no.
From what I see on live, maybe it's delayed. We may have to just share these charts with you guys so you can see them.
We can just put a link in there, but yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't look like they're showing. Oh no.
That's annoying as I'm flying through this. Come on. Well, let's see.
Well, let's go back and see if
inflation affordability in perspective. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh yeah. Well, yes, because it shows, what you can afford or what it costs you at certain time periods.
Yeah. 1989, a car was $15,000. Gas was 97 cents a gallon.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Home was 94,000. Mortgage was 678. Hourly wages were 980. Wow. 2022, car is $49,000. Gas is $395. Home, and these are all median prices, by the way, guys.
Mortgage $1,722. But that's an interesting
hourly
one.
Wage is $27.55.
With the mortgage being $1,722, what does it cost to rent? In your
Austin?
area? Well, I know in Austin, but in your
that's
area.
what I like. Actually, this is fairly close to Austin numbers as well. I'd say median price in Austin's probably still more like in the 400s.
Yeah.
The Board of Realtors may not say that, but if you're actually looking at single family homes in Austin right now, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,700 square feet, you're going to pay somewhere the high 3s, low 4s.
Yeah.
Your mortgage is likely going to be close to $2,000 a month, including property taxes, right? But rental wise, most rental homes right now are $1,900 to $2,200 a month.
Yep.
You're pretty much paying the same thing to rent. The difference is it's going into somebody else's pocket,
right,
rather than yours, right?
So, I don't see the numbers changing.
The numbers aren't changing. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why. Oh, no, maybe it is. Maybe there's just that much of a delay back there.
Okay.
So
we will.
Affordability and perspective. Sorry, just looking at some more affordability factors. Yeah.
So we're in March.
Yes.
We have a few things coming up in Austin for this month.
Yes.
South by Southwest soon.
That's going to be insane.
Yeah,
it's beautiful weather out there right now.
It is right now. Yeah.
We had a crazy storm last night. Yeah.
Again.
But high of what, 70 something? It started low of 48, high of like 73.
Yeah, beautiful weather. So
spring weather's coming.
Yes. Yeah. So
blue bonnets are going to show up.
And we're going into the busier market here in Austin. Yeah. Busiest closing day of the year is the last day of June. Most people like to get settled. So we are working a lot with buyers and sellers. I just put a new house on the market. I think you're getting ready to put one, and our team.
So we have a great one in Vineyard Bay that Bailey put up.
Right.
That one has been getting consistent showings.
Yes.
And that's a beautiful luxury home. You would think that luxury's dead. No, the affluent are looking for deals, and there's still some great deals to be had for them. So that one's getting a lot of attention. I've got one coming soon in Shepherd Mountain that'll be, above $1 million. We think even above 1.2. You've got one in Cimarron
that is 115,
which is beautiful, getting some attention already, right?
Yeah.
How long has it been on the market?
I just put it on the market, but I have 2 open houses this weekend. So
yeah.
So the market
I've got a lease I just put on the market I'm already getting barely a week on the market and getting some great traffic.
And I have an inspection today with a client who just put it. Yep. So the market is heating up here.
It's time of year. People are getting their tax returns. They're getting their vacation time back. Right. The weather's beautiful. They actually want to go outside. It's not freezing. Yeah.
So what do we have coming up on our next Facebook Lives? We need to talk a little bit about property taxes, spring cleaning.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Yes.
So
that time of year. Spring cleaning does not only have to do with keeping your house clean, it's about keeping it safe.
And bubble free.
That's great. And bubble free, yes.
So if somebody wants to reach out and talk to us.
How do they reach us?
Yes. info@theottgroup.com.
And 512-222-6881. Go to our YouTube channel as well. If you haven't been noticing, if you haven't noticed the videos or there's advertised, subscribe on our YouTube channel. We're doing our intro videos to ourselves and our agents. These will be there as well. You'll get notifications when these videos are posted to YouTube, so you can go back and watch them and take a look at all these numbers. And again, contact us if you want to see some of these numbers.
Yep. Happy spring.
If you want to sell your home too. Yeah.
Oh, blue bonnets are out. Don't forget.
Yeah, they're coming.
Yeah, they're coming.
They're coming. Okay. I think we may have another blue bonnet photo challenge.
We need to do that.
Those
are fun. We'll post that too. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
All right. Happy Friday.
Thanks for hanging out with us for half an hour, 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. We'll
or
call
so.
it 20. Call it 20.
Bye.
More bubbles.